Hello and welcome to this session on running AVL History reports from the AVL Administrator in ThinkGIS and ThinkAVL. In order to run a history report, it's important to make sure that your map is first opened, and then open the AVL Administrator and log in using your username and password. Then click on the History tab and you'll see a variety of history reports that you can run. In this session, we're going to go over how to export a report to the map as a map layer. I'm going to click on the Export to Map button, and here I can choose the day or days that I wish to select to put on the map. If I choose multiple days, I can break out the reports for specific shift times and specific days of the week. For this report, I'm simply going to choose a single day, and I can choose the entire day, or I can drill it down to a more specific time. In this case, I'm going to go from 1500 to 2359. I select Next. Here I can select all vehicles or specific vehicles from my fleet. In this case, I'm going to do all vehicles as a single layer. I click Next. And here it tells me where it is going to create the layer, what it's going to write it out to. It offers to put lines between points. I'm going to leave that checked so I can show you in a few minutes what it does. I can also list the nearest feature to each point, selecting a layer from the map. So in this case, I'm going to select my addresses layer, say OK, and that will set that up as my nearest feature location. If I like, I can require a password in order for people to view this layer if added to their map. When I select Next, it will generate my layer. Remember, the larger the amount of data you query, the longer it will take for it to run this report. Once the report is finished running, the map will pop up with all of the vehicles color-coded by unit number on the map. If I zoom in closer, I can begin to see specific dots indicating each vehicle report. I'm going to zoom in just a bit closer here. Because I selected for lines to be shown between each vehicle report, I can see direction of travel. Arrows along the line indicate which direction the vehicle is going in. Selecting any of these vehicle report dots on the map will display the vehicle report information in my information window, including the date, the time of that report, the vehicle doing the report, a label if applicable, the speed of the vehicle at that time, and the nearest address as set out in the parameters of my history query. In my index, I can click on that AVL report and see all of the data listed in there. I can organize by vehicle number, label number, speed, and so on, simply by clicking at the very top of the column on the item I want to organize by. As I scroll down through then, I can see specific speeds, vehicles, labels, etc. I can also query within this report by selecting Search, and then choosing for it to show me all speeds greater than 60 miles an hour. I select Search. There are 2,076 found that are exceeding 60 miles per hour in my vehicle reports. As I scroll down through, I can see which vehicles were doing that speed at which time and which date. The AVL layer will stay on my map unless I choose to remove it. I can leave it on my map and simply turn it off and then bring it back on in my layer settings when needed, or remove the layer and pull it back in anytime I need it again. Should I choose to remove the layer and delete the layer file also, I will not be able to access this layer again. However, all I need to do to bring it back is simply run the Export to Map query again. We hope you found this training session beneficial and to your liking. If you have further questions, please contact us at 888-225-5984 or email us at support@wthgis.com.